working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times.
Hi friends, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is the first day of Christmas Vlogmas. That did not sound as right as it was in my head. Gosh. I've actually not been to bed yet. It is the wee hours of the morning. I was waiting for my sister because we were supposed to play The Sims, and she kept telling me, oh, she's just gonna make dinner really quick, and then she's just gonna lay down for a little bit. And now it's been like a lot of hours, and I don't know, but it is what it is. So I am now going to actually go to bed, but I wanted to start the first day of Christmas Vlogmas and kind of talk about what some of my plans are for this time period. I did spend a lot of Christmas Day. My husband wasn't feeling well, so he basically laid down most of the time. And I spent a lot of time starting to work on plans for 2026. I have a series of spreadsheets that I started working on some of those spreadsheets towards the last third of the year. Who who is the designer? I don't remember who designed them. My computer's right here. I'll just pull up the spreadsheet, because I also spent a lot of time closing a lot of tabs. Like, seriously, I closed a lot of tabs. I had like 5 windows open at one point, and now I'm down to 2 with most of the tabs closed. Okay, it's Rainbow Sheets Studio, and I have their cross stitch planner. So each year you have to set up a new cross stitch planner. So you need to keep one saved in your Google Drive as a template, and then you just duplicate that template every year. So I started working on it in 2025, and I decided I would just add projects as I worked on them. So from August, from August to now, I worked on 12 projects. Well, I did not put this little Advent one in there. I didn't use the spreadsheet at all in December, but every year you have to enter all the information again. It's just a 1-year-long planner, but it has so much information if you're a person who likes to have a lot of information like I do. So there's a calendar that automates and tells you what you worked on each day. So on November 3rd, I actually worked on 3 different projects. It tells you if you worked on it, if you started a project, and then theoretically if I had finished any projects, it would tell me that too. It has a timeline tab that auto generates with projects, and like you can set it up to tell you like your time interval. Do you want it to show you by weeks? If so, you put in 7 days. If you want it to show you like a 2-week time intervals, it would show you that. Really, just a lot of really interesting information. Then it has a summary page, which has your year in summary. So, and again, I didn't add to this as often as I would like. So that's why I wanted to start getting it set up for 2026. It says that I started 7 projects. And it just, again, it auto generates all this information. It is a little bit expensive, the spreadsheet. It's on Etsy, but you only have to purchase it once. You keep a template and you duplicate it each year. And there's a video. I will see. I think there's a video. Yes, there is a video tutorial. I will try to remember to include the link to that so that you can, and it will just show you all of the information and go through all the tabs and everything so you see what it is before you purchase it. I mean, it is a really, really good, well put together video, and the spreadsheet is just amazing. So it's got that summary for the end. This one tells me that I started 7 projects. I worked on 12. I only stitched 36 days. My highest stitching day was November 15th, and I did 613 stitches. My highest stitching month was November, and I did 4,400. And my total stitches was, oh my gosh, 5 stitches short of 9,000. Oh, unacceptable. I might now have to go add in this Advent project just so I can get over 9,000. But actually, no, wait. I have some plans that I should actually use this. And then it has monthly stats that tell you how many starts you got in each month, how many finishes, and how many projects you worked on, the number of days stitched, and each week broken down to how many stitches you stitched in that week. Same kind of information, but by projects instead of by months. It's just really a well put together spreadsheet. Then you have a DMC inventory tab where you can keep an inventory of all your DMC. There's also, you can enter at the top left, you can enter the DMC number you're looking for. It tells you the name of it, how many owned, and if you want to jump to that place in the spreadsheet. It has an anchor to DMC conversion. I don't know if it goes the opposite way too. No, you have to enter the anchor number. But theoretically, you could scroll through and look for the DMC number to do it in reverse. And then the final spreadsheet is a design your own pattern, and it has a tutorial that goes with that too. It's not something that I would really use, but if, for example, you're wanting to design like letters, maybe you want to design your signature, you could do that here in this spreadsheet, and that's just included. So it is a really well thought out project tracker. For the most part, I stay in the one tab that's called project tracker because it has almost everything in it. So I was setting that up. I also have a budget tracker that I'm setting up, and I have a what's the other one? Oh, a weight tracker. Same designer. I don't know why I bought it, but I did. It was probably like a sale or something. I need to get a new scale, but I am trying to lose weight in 2026, and I just thought this would be a good way to start, like with a tracker. So also same designer, and the ultimate budget annual planner, same thing, same designer. So I was setting that up. I brought up my scripture study to try to start off the new year, trying to actually do it like I always intend. So I will be starting January 1st with Genesis 1 through 4. So yeah, here's to attempting it again. And then I also pulled up the 3 series challenge in the Serial Stitcher group that I will be starting in 2026. I have and then my plan is to just have this window be all of my challenges. So I will also be setting up something for the Millstone Manor challenge that Jessie Marie has come up with. I will be putting up if there's any individual files that I need for the full coverage fanatics, I'm going to try to do some of their challenges, because I do have some full coverages that I plan on actually heavily working on next year. And I did just buy another full coverage. Let me show you guys which one. I bought it tonight. Yeah. Hang on, let me get here it is. Heads up, in case this is the kind of thing that bothers you, it is an AI artwork made with Leonardo AI. That's not something that really bothers me that much, especially in this kind of artwork. And it's called Sunset at Hogsmeade. And this is what it looks like. I just think it's so beautiful. So this one has 240 colors in it. So very a lot of colors. And yeah. So I am planning on starting this in the new year. One of my plans that I'm thinking of with the Milestone Manor challenge is using it for full coverages and also for my shadow lanes. That is my plan for that, because not for all my full coverages, but the ones I actually want to make progress on. So like the my Snape's library, my Hobbiton piece, this Sunset at Hogsmeade, the Mystery Sal with Heaven and Earth design, but also the Mystery Sal with the cross stitch studio. That's 5. And then I'll probably, because for the Milestone Manor, you start with, I think, 6 projects unlocked. So I think the 6th one for me will be my parents' shadow lane, which if my mom ever watched my videos anymore, she would know I mentioned that. But that will make her really happy. So I am still thinking of keeping Monopoly around, taking off those whips from the Monopoly board, because I will be using them in this challenge, and then replacing those with different projects. So I do have a couple blank Monopoly templates that I will just be reworking my whole board. So on January 1st, I'll do my first Monopoly roll, and I will do my first, I guess, roll even for the Millston Manor. And I'll talk more about that in another video. And then I will also have some new starts. So January 1st will probably be a busy day. I am thinking. Anyway, so in the meantime, what we will be doing, I'm sorry, I'm bringing up another tab, is I am going to try my hardest to do as many whip wranglings as I can. Now, I do realize that I have technically rolled at the very start of the month. And I am going to cheat here. I'm going to cheat right now, as a matter of fact. You guys are witnessing me cheating in this very minute. Huh, interesting. Sorry, distracted. I thought someone was married to somebody and now they're just engaged to somebody else. So, ignore me as I'm just seeing random things on Facebook as I go in to cheat. Okay, I am now on my Whip Wranglers page and I am deleting the first roll. Yes, you are deleted. Okay, bye-bye. Because I did that all the way at the beginning of the month and I'm just not in that place right now. I didn't change any whips, but I want to start fresh. Okay. Especially since there's no way I'm going to wrangle 20 whips. So we're starting fresh. Ow. Got an itch on my foot. Like on my toe. Okay. Anyway, so I have with me my D20 and my D6. We are going to roll both of them at the same time. And the D20 will tell us which whip we will wrangle first. And that is what I will work on tomorrow. And the D6 will tell us how many stitches we need to do that. And then I am using the D6 for one other thing. And that will be to tell us how many colors of worms we will make. Okay, because I have those worms I have to make. So here we go. Whip number 13, and the number is 4. So, where did my, oh, here they are. We are going to pick a random color, not you, random, and then I just reject it. I want, yeah, you're bright enough. Okay, a random whiteboard eraser so we can keep track of what we're doing here. We rolled a 4 for number 13. So on the log cabin Sal, we need to do 400 stitches. Okay. So with Whip Wranglers, the first one, when you complete those stitches, focus, you can check that off. It is possible to roll that number again. Then you would do half the number that's on your D4. And at that point, it's considered fully wrangled and I will cross it off. So when I finish those 400, I will first check, like do a check mark over there. And if it comes up a second time after I do those stitches, I will put a line through the name of the whip. So I will go get that in just a minute and show you that project. But I am a lot more excited to do 400 stitches on that one than I was on what was originally called. So anyway, I want to I can't take a picture of that at this moment. Oh, geez Louise, sometimes my own bad. Which brings us to the second of the major plans for 12 Days of Christmas. No, wrong tab. You. Okay. So we have my Smaug, or yeah, Desolation of Smaug advent calendar that we will be opening up. I have chosen a pattern, and I figured out what it was that people were working on. This is called the Yorkshire Sampler, and it was a crochet along. And so there are 12 different designs, like different designed squares. Okay. So what I am hoping to do is each day open the day on the Smaug one, which we will do in just a moment, and do that day's pattern. So let me see. No, this is the wrong tab to show you that. So day 1 is called the Bronte square. And I've zoomed in enough that the pattern won't show just the picture. So that gives you an idea of what that square will look like. Now, I will first be doing it with this. If I have time, which I am hoping I will do it same pattern with that day, and this is number 1, on the Hobbit one. And my hope is if she continues to do Hobbit related 12 Days of Christmas, that I can keep on doing, like keep on getting those and then making this pattern with it. I mean, it will be like a throw size probably with just the 2 advents. However, it will be bigger with the more advents you add. So I'm not planning on joining them until I for sure know that she's done with this theme. So because the write-up said something like the second annual or something like that, it leads me to believe there's a possibility that there will be another one in a future year, like next year. So if I could get all of these first sets of squares done during this vacation, that would be awesome. One less project on my plate, and we'll worry about joining later. So with that being said, let's open up day 1 and see what color and what name it is. And I'm really excited. Oh, very similar. So this one is Green Dragon Inn. And so these are the 2 number 1s. So both greens. So I will be doing the Bronte square. Let's see if we can see how many rounds this is. 9 rounds, which isn't bad for crochet. I already have my hook here. So yeah, I will be making those later today. Right now I need to go to bed, but I hope that you guys will be joining along as we go through this this 12 Days of Christmas. And I want to check the calendar really quick. Hang on. I want to see one thing really quick. So my first day back to school is the 6th, which is the 12th day of Christmas. So yeah, we will go through the rest of my break together. And the first day back, I guess. So I will chat with you. The whip wranglers will only be lasting through the end of this month because then this challenge is done for semi-sane. And so I'm also fine with that because it will give me like 5 days to do whatever I want for new year, new starts, and everything like that. So I'm also planning on trying to fit in getting through the whole 24 colors on the cardigan. I mean, it's one stripe for each color, so that shouldn't be too difficult. It will involve a lot of winding of yarn though, so there is that. But those are my like main plans, along with needing to get my orders out. So that's why I'm trying to fit in worms with these rolls as well. So 4 colors. I try not to repeat colors in orders. So yeah, that's basically how that all goes. Anyways, I will chat more with y'all later. I hope that you continue to join me as we do this, and I will be trying to put out a few non-vlog videos that have to do with plans and everything like that. So, chat with y'all more later. Bye. I forgot I was coming back. It is like half an hour later to show you guys where I am at on this log cabin, Sal. Not very far. Still part 1. That's what that will look like. 400 stitches might finish me up on this. Possibly even get me started on the next part. Here is what I have done. So there's a fence to fill in back here. There's a couple trees over here, then the bottom border, not bottom, the side border. A couple berries, a squirrel. That's about it. It's actually not that much. So we will see. We will see if 400 stitches finishes it, or if I will still need some more. So there is that. If I need to move on to log cabin number 2, this is what that looks like. Super cute. So, yep, 400 stitches on that. Then I will do 400, not 400 worry worms, 4 different colors of worry worms. That would be a total of 12 worry worms. And then I will do this. And then we will roll the whip wrangler dice again. Whoa, that reminds me. I need to take a picture of these dice and post it, and post the starting picture. Gracie, don't be so aggressive with yourself. She's biting herself. Crazy little girl. She's got an itch. Don't do that. I'm now rubbing her chin. Okay. Oh, speaking of Gracie, actually, let me show you. She got a new dress. She got a new dress for Christmas. Maybe I already showed you this. Did we already show them? Maybe we did. It's I'm the Favorite. And it's got a pretty skirt. And I showed my niece. She's about I think she's 2. And she got a little puppy dog, squishy, stuffy, stuffy, not squishy. She got a puppy dog stuffy for Christmas as one of her presents, and then she saw Gracie in the dress, which then she showed me her pretty dress, and then she wanted to put her puppy dog in a dress, in clothes. I told her maybe she could find some dolly clothes to put puppy in. But so we'll see what happens with that. Love you, Grace. But Gracie loves clothes. We tried to put her first in the matching dog pajamas that go with my Grinch ones. Unfortunately, the only size they had available was a medium, and they were just a little too big on Gracie. So they're on Lily and James now. James is fine with it. Lily feels like she's been betrayed. She does not like clothes. But she it's been a day. She's adapted. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good though. The reason I was still up, even though I said I was going to go to bed, is because I started planning some of my full coverage fanatics, and that's when I realized that I hadn't. I also found a spreadsheet that someone made for the project the Heaven and Earth chart design. I decided for the stitch along, I am doing Stone Cottage. So super excited about that. And someone made a spreadsheet, so I love spreadsheets, you guys. So I'm really excited to start tracking on that. And it tells me how many stitches I need to try to do daily based off of what achievement I'm trying to do. So if I want the one page, like complete one page, to get the Amy Stewart exclusive chart, that's basically 22 stitches a day. If I want to complete 6 pages in order to get all 12 of the mystery cell charts, then I need to do 143 stitches, somewhere in there. Actually, you know what? I have it up. I don't know why I just do these guessing things. Oh, no, this one. Information. The 6 pages, I need to do 123 stitches a day. In order to complete the whole chart and get a reward chart, receive one reward chart, I need to do 243 stitches a day, so approximately 250. I'm not aiming for that. The main thing I want is the Amy Stewart freebie. Cutting out Gracie's hair while she's here. And I think it's supposed to be like my stitching corner or something like that. It hasn't been revealed what it looks like yet, but the theme sounds amazing, and I love Amy Stewart charts, so I really want to, at a minimum, finish one page. I would love to finish the 6 pages. But we'll start with one goal at a time. I mean, if I could finish the whole chart, that would be amazing and crazy, but I have a lot of plans, a lot of stitching plans for next year, and so we have to keep things realistic. So we will see what we can get done. Right, Grace? Mommy has lots of big plans. We have World Cup stitching plans. We have Olympic stitching plans. We're going to have the Tour de France stitching. What else will we have, Gracie? What else will Mommy have next year? Oh, Mom, you always do Vlogmas and you never stitch during December. And then you might want to do a Christmas in July, but that would probably coincide with Gracie. Where's my Gracie girl? There she is. Where's my Gracie girl? With the World Cup and the Tour de France. I needed that moment to think. Anyway, I do need to go to bed now. It is almost 5 a.m. and I told my husband I would get up and make his lunch. He said I didn't have to, but I don't mind doing that for him. He does a lot for me, and I don't mind doing that for him. So I will do that. and then I'll either go back to bed or I will try to get done some of the things I want to get done. So I'm going to stop talking now. I have 3 or 4 videos I will need to edit tomorrow. So that will be priority numero uno. And I will, I guess, try to get the worry worms done while doing that. And maybe, depending on time, like if I still have time after doing the worry worms, if I'm still editing, then I can make the face scrubby order and get that finished. And if I still have time after that, then I will do the coasters for my husband. Yeah. I had realized I had forgotten to give him the Santas. Unstarted, of course, the hero Santas, and he thought those were really cool, especially the police officer. And because each of the Santas had like a dog with them, he thought they were really cute. And so obviously I'm not gonna get those done, but I need to fit those into my plans. What I am thinking is of each of the days leading up to New Year's, I will do a plan. I will do a small plan video. So I will share the plans for Monopoly one day. I will share WhipGo plans one day. I will share the Millston Manor plans one day. I will share my full coverage Fanatic plans on a day. That's 4. I will share, well, I'll probably break Monopoly into 2 days because one will be my knitting board. Although maybe not. Will I hold up I don't know. Maybe I will share every whip and do like a mini whip parade. I have too many projects to do a full whip parade because it's like 250. So I will try to do those things to just give a sort of preview. And then probably on New Year's Eve, in the morning time, because we were invited over to one of my friends' houses for New Year's Eve, like the nighttime, to play Cards Against Humanity until the ball drops, is what she said to me. Then I will share my like New Year's new starts plan, as there will be multiples. I have many whips, at least 2, at least 3 that I plan on starting on New Year's Day. Kitty and I have a Sal we will be doing together. And then I have 2 full coverage pieces for 2 different mystery Sals. One for Heaven and Earth Designs, and then one for the Cross Stitch Studio. So that is 3 whips to start at a minimum. I don't think that I will do the 12 in 12 hours, for one thing, because we probably won't even be home by midnight, because we will be out at my friend's house. So yeah, anyways, just some thoughts. And when I get a chance, I would like to continue to work on the Pixel Advent. I'd really like to get that completed. And then we've already talked about the cardigan, the sea glass cardigan. So yeah, lots of plans. This video is really long. I'm sorry. The later it gets, the chattier I get. So I will chat with you guys. Yeah, more later. Bye. Hello, friends. It is morning time on December 26th, the first day of Christmas. my true love gave to me. Nothing. He didn't give me anything, but that's okay because he gave me, I was spoiled yesterday. So, oh, geez. What a way to start the song. Well, we're not even starting the video. This is probably going to be towards the end. I have Sansa here with me because Daddy's gone to work, and so she is clinging to Mommy. Or Oma. Isn't that right, Sansa? My sister still has a migraine, so I don't know if and when we will play The Sims. You don't have to be right up in my business. Guys, she is right up in my business. Anyway. So, I have the Shadow. She is now being called the Shadow. I told my husband yesterday, like, after I'd held her for about 2 hours, I said, it's your turn with the Shadow. And he's like, what? And I was like, Sansa. Hey, no, no, no. Anyways, the reason I am coming, even though I haven't done any work, is because, we are cheating on the whip wranglers again. And this time, it's completely unintentional. So, I rolled a 13 yesterday, right? For the D20, I rolled a 13. And then when I was checking my whiteboard, my eyes must have just, like, skipped or something. Would you notice those 400 stitches are by the number 12? So we're doing number 12, okay? It's fine. I already did the preview, and we're doing number 12. So I took a picture of the dice, and I had moved it to number 12. So mild cheating, but it wasn't cheating in that I was just rolling until I got the number I wanted or anything like that. It's just my eyes had slipped. I'd already pulled out number 12, I guess, instead of 13. And so that is what we are going with. So I just thought I would update you guys on that. And then the other thing is I picked out the first 4 colors we are going to make worry worms with. These are the first 4 colors. I don't know why the lighting is so bad. It's noon, okay? This should be when the lighting is the best. But anyway, so these will be the first 4 colors. I will make 3 in each color, 2 for orders, and 1 for stock, because I am going to try to do some stock. Then when I was on Facebook, you know, during that time when you're supposed to be sleeping like a normal person, I mean, guys, I think I only got like 4 or 5 hours of sleep last night. Anyways, I realized that Jessie Marie had done the first draw for WhipGo, and I have not made my WhipGo boards yet. So my reward for finishing the editing of like 3 videos is I will make and film, so more editing, my WhipGo preview video. So yeah, that should be posted hopefully probably tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. You guys will know because there's a chance that goes up before this video, but yeah, so I'll spend some time with my planner. I really do love my planner. As in, I love to plan. So I will make both my knitting WhipGo board and my cross stitch WhipGo board. When I say knitting, I mean yarn, because it is not just knitting, it is also crochet. And as a reminder to myself, you are only doing 2 WhipGo boards this year. You are not making 4 to 5, okay? You need to stop yourself. You're playing 2 games at least, there possibly 3, and you do not need to do a crazy number of WhipGo boards, okay? Just stop. Message to self. sent and received. So yeah, gonna get started on that. I've already sent over the first set of video clips and pictures to my iPad. This time it was like 27 or something crazy. So I don't know. I know I made my wonton soup, but what else did I do that required so many clips? I don't know. Well, we're gonna find out. I actually sent them over like 2 days ago, so I don't know. So let's get started on that, you guys. I'll chat with you later. Bye. Hey, friends. Okay, well, that took forever. It is almost 7 p.m. But I got all 3 videos edited and uploaded. I made all 3 of the 4 colors of worry worms. So we start with our big eyes in the purple. So I'll put 1 in each of my bags. Then we've got the medium eyes, and I did that in this, oops. This is called Dark Country Blue, I believe. And then I have 2 sets of tiny eyes because that's the most eyes that I have. Like, I probably have more tiny eyes than all the other sizes put together. So I will usually always put them on. I just try to do some in the other sizes to make sure people aren't only getting tiny eyes. But, so this is a light mint. And then we have like a brighter blue. And those also have the tiny eyes. So, making good progress on that. I mean, not like great progress, but you know, progress. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm keeping track of the colors with little check boxes on the bottom. My sister just messaged probably like 10 minutes ago asking if I would be ready to play Sims again, as if I'm not the one who's been waiting for her for, you know, multiple days. Yeah, girl, I'm ready. So I just take 1 of each and I put them in Ziploc bags, gallon size, and then I reuse the bags. But that keeps things in kind of somewhat order and make sure that I am evenly distributing the colors. So I'm not like having to, in the eye sizes. Next set. And the final set. Okay. So my plan is to wind the 2 mini skeins and then also to set up the cross stitch on the various challenges, the log cabin Sal, because I find there's a lot of downtime while playing Sims, like if they're at work or they're sleeping or things like that, where you could do a couple, you know, stitches or knit a few stitches or whatever. And so I figure having some things ready would be helpful, especially since I'm trying to get through things. I mean, I guess I could pull out some yarn for some more worry worms, but I don't want to at this exact moment. So part of the reason I'm filming right now is because I got a couple of packages and I thought I would share them with you. The first actually is a letter, and I don't know if it's from one of you guys. It has, oh, look at the inside of this envelope. That's so cool. It has my maiden name on the envelope, but my current address. So I'm not quite sure, to tell you the truth, but it says Season's Greeting, and it's got this little squirrel, right? Squirrel. Yeah, with an acorn. And this is the reason why I thought maybe it would be one of you guys. Is there is a skein of floss in here. I don't think it's DMC because I don't see it saying DMC anywhere. It says Moline. It's very soft. Anyways, so what I am thinking for this is finding I'm thinking of finding a monochrome pattern, maybe Christmas related, and using this to stitch it, probably on black fabric. I think that would be really pretty. And it says in the card, wishing you a Christmas filled with love, laughter, and joy. Have a Merry Christmas and a very stitchy New Year. Shayna. So, I don't know who to thank, like to send a message to thank. If this is you, please let me know, and thank you so much. It was so completely unexpected, and I am really quite excited about it, honestly. So looking forward to trying to find just a small piece, because I don't want to run out of thread. That would be a disaster. But if it's around 1,000 stitches, I even like 1,500, I think that I am safe on some black fabric. Okay, now I have 2 packages that I haven't even opened yet. The first one is from Creatively Crafting, and I have been a member of theirs. Well, like I bought like a lifetime membership when they first opened. That she's the one who does the stained glass princesses. Anyways, I joined as a lifetime membership, but I've also been enrolled in the Stitch Marker club. So I don't know if this might be this. I think you pay for, like, you pay every month, and then it's sent once every 3 months, I believe. So let's see. Yes, I can see there are 3 needle minders is what I actually meant. So it has a sticker in it, and I think the sticker is the same thing that is the needle minder. Part of the reason I joined this club is because I have been running low on needle minders. So this is like a little mystery needle minder club. Life is short, buy the fabric. That's the sticker. But here's the needle minder, and oh my gosh, I love that. Life is short, buy the fabric. I will probably put that on one of my new starts in the new year. This next one, working on my PhD. As we all know, projects half done. So here is the sticker. And here is the needle minder. And I love that it's in green. Green is my favorite color. I love that so much. I want to make sure that okay, yeah, that's better. And the last one is Stitchy Bug with ladybugs on it. So here is the sticker. And here is the needle minder. That's so cute. I might try to find like a nature related one for that one. Anyways, so super cute. I rarely pay attention to what's going on in that group because it's just not in my algorithm. And when things aren't in the algorithm, then you don't see them. And it's very irritating that Facebook is that way. But I mean, there you have it. So also in the package was a letter. So it says Merry Christmas. So let's open the letter. So it has a sticker, Stitchy Collective, family related by Floss, established 2019. I have been a member since then. Like I said, I managed to get in one of the very first people, joined lifetime membership. I've not really stitched any of it, but there you go. Merry Stitchmas, wishing you a holiday full of love, laughs, and stitching, 2025. And it's got a cute little penguin pattern on the back. Don't forget to check the Stitch Hub for your Christmas present. The problem is I never go on the Stitch Hub, so I never really see the things. From far back, that's the little penguin. There's no way you can see that pattern. So I think it's fine to hold it that far back. Oh, wait, I'm not going to put that back in the envelope because I'm going to put the envelope in recycling. Okay, so then we've got one more package, and this is my fabric of the month from Fiberlicious. So let's see. Sometimes Facebook shows me the preview because she'll always post it a little bit before she sends it, and that lets people change bases and stuff like that. But most of the time the algorithm does not show it to me. So let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh, is this not the most glorious? Oh, a monochrome on this. Just saying, like a long dog sampler, or possibly one of the linen and threads, or what do they go by now? Linen and threads, or is it something about a fox? Linen and threads, I think. Linen and threads, one of those yearly samplers. Monochrome, maybe with white thread on this. Depending on the size, I might just do that. Because this is gorgeous. Oh, yes. If the size isn't right, I will find a long dog sampler or something to do on this. It's called Plum Mystique. Oh, it's beautiful. Guys, seriously, if you're looking for a fabric of the month club to join, I cannot recommend Fiberlicious enough. And I just noticed on 123 Stitch, they're now starting to carry their fabric. So that is really awesome. So yeah, I love this. I love it so much. I do not start something right now. Just do not do it. But I so want to. I so want to. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, you guys. And like you can see that the white would be nice on it because look at the interlocking. Okay, let's see. If we hold this like that, you could see what it would be like surrounded by fabric. And that just is perfect. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it so much. Okay. I'm gonna go and do those things I told you I was gonna do. So that when my sister finally says she is actually ready to go, I can be like, yeah, me too. I have been using orange for catching up with Vlogmases and Advents. So you can see the coloring. So today I completely caught up with Memily Makes. Like, I finished her Vlogmas, and I also finished the Vlogmas for Craft House Magic. Right now, I am working on my pink bathtub. The lady's name is Diane. She lives in Canada. I am on day number 16 of her Vlogmas. It's in the background, so I can see what it is. She was a school librarian. So as a school librarian, I think that's fantastic. She's up in Canada. She, at the start of every video, she's got like a little rhyme thing that she says, like, "'Twas the night before Vlogmas," and well, and she'll be like, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to explain. But they're punny, they're fun. Every day she opens a mini yarn that she had and makes a little sweater of it. And she does craft fairs, so she's making the sweaters for her future craft fairs, but they look so cute. And she's also has she has a couple yarn advents of different kinds. So she's got a biscuit one, and then she has, most of hers are like full skein ones that you only open like once a week, or she has one that she's opening like every 3 days or something like that. I don't know. But and then every day she and her husband open a puzzle box that's got like 50 pieces, and they're making a larger picture, and they do that together, and it's really quite cute. And each video is like less than 15 minutes. So they're nice, they're short, and they're fun. So her name is Diane at My Pink Bathtub. So yeah. I'm gonna go. This is quite a long video. I will try to come back, and hopefully I will have wrangled one whip. We will see. And yeah, I'll chat with y'all later. Oh, wait, one more thing. Sorry. I'm not gonna film another video today, even though I said I was going to. Like, I said that as a reward, right? I realized that I need to put together both my Monopoly board and my WipGo board at the same time, as I don't want projects overlapping on both of them. So I want to make sure that when I fill them out, that I'm theming them how I want. And I have been thinking a lot about that as I have been like making those worms and editing videos. And what I am leaning towards is, and this is mainly yarn related, on the Monopoly board, I am going to put all of the advent calendars that I have started and not done. And so I need to go through and do that. And then my knitting WipGo board will be smaller projects that are started but not finished, that I might have a chance, hopefully, of finishing within the month. So when they're called for WipGo, the first time I work on them, that's when I'll color out the square. But then my goal will be to try to finish the project in that month. And if I don't, that's okay. But that will be like an extra bonus. Okay. And then my rewards for knitting WipGo board is going to be a bingo, means I can have a new start. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. I don't actually tend to have a ton of new starts with knitting or crochet. I am not counting crochet for buying the new starts, like the amigurumi that I do for the kids or for my shop or things like that, or presents, that doesn't get a count for the essentially buying new starts. But a new shawl or something like that, I tend to start those and then never finish them because I just don't. And so I'm hoping that the WIPGO board will help me with that. I have decided, despite my earlier chiding to myself, I have decided to do a third WIPGO board, and this one is book related. But instead of binding myself to specific books, what I am going to do is one of my trackers is actually a book related tracker, and on it, it has like 20 genres to track. So I'm going to put those on the WIPGO board, and then in the 5 remaining spaces, which I'm going to put spread out, I'm just going to write physical book. So the others can be audio, ebook, or physical book, but 5 times it will be a physical book. And so I figure this will help me diversify my reading a bit, because, you know, at some point I'll have to hit a nonfiction book, which is always a struggle. I don't actually enjoy nonfiction. At some point I'll need to read a, oh my gosh, the word just left me. It's another genre I don't really reach for, but like a classic. It could be any classic I want. I don't have to tie myself down to a certain one. I could choose Emma if that's what I'm in the mood for that month. I've been wanting to read Count of Monte Cristo for a while, or giving Anna Karenina another shot. So there are various classics that I would love to try to fit in. And I'm hoping that instead of a WIPGO board that is entirely classics, like I tried one time, or books I want to read, but just maybe I'm not in the mood at that point, this will give me a lot of options while still binding me a little bit. So I did decide to add a third one, but I feel like it is very much open, if that makes sense. Like, it's not as constrained. So that's what's going on with that. For the stitching one, I also have to think about the Jessie Marie's new game, the Milestone Manor, which my husband is bringing. He's printing and bringing me all the documents for that so I can look at that. But I am thinking with that one, so I don't want WIPs to overlap on any of those 3 boards. So I really have to think about them together. I am thinking, because you start with only 6 WIPs for 6 rooms. And I am thinking about putting my family WIPs for those original first 6. And then, so let's see, that's my husband, 3 sisters, my mom and dad, and then I'll get to pick 1 WIP. That's for me. So I think that's fair. My husband, 3 sisters, mom and dad, me. Yes, that's 6. I think that's fair. And then after that, I'm leaning towards either full coverages, probably full coverages, or SALs. And oh yeah, that's the other thing I decided to do with this is you're supposed to, like, you need the blueprints of a house, and Jessie Marie included the blueprints of her house as like the kind of like base house. You could do the blueprints of your house, but I didn't feel like drawing them. I found online someone's idea of the blueprints of the Bennett of Longbourn from Pride and Prejudice, and that is what I'm going to go with. So once my husband prints that out and brings it to me so I can look at it a bit more closely, I am going to see how many WIPs I need for that, and yeah, basically use that. So I don't want I don't want to put family whips onto like WhipGo or Monopoly because the chances of working on them is a lot more slim. If I put the family projects onto the first 6 rooms, until you level up your character in this game, you don't unlock additional rooms. You only start with those 6 rooms, and you can only have unlocked as many rooms as you have experience levels, like your character level. So for some things, it's going to be a while. But so for a while, I will only be able to really work on family projects, which, considering I want to do a roll a week, is good for me because I need to be working on those. I am probably going to put my parents' whip as the entryway because every time you level up or every time you die, you go back to the entry. And I need to be working on that. They bug me about it a lot. So, that is what I am leaning towards with that. I need to come up with milestones and things. With full coverages, it's easier to choose milestones. With the Chatelaines, I'm thinking like experience, like for gained experience will be finishing all the cross stitch of a part, finishing all of the specialty stitches of a part, finishing all the beads of a part. Those are going to be things that will give me the like character experience or whatever. Yeah, I'm just trying to like, I need to see the rules to try to think of all the things. I also need to try to think of what I'm going to do for my full coverage. For my full coverage pieces, because I was thinking about doing those in the mystery manor. What I might do... Oh no, she would be so mad at me. What I might do is take out mine and my husband's and put in those 2 full coverages in there. I was going to say take out my sister Alex's because she doesn't have a chatelaine. The other ones are chatelaines. Hers is Dressmaker's Daughter from Mirabilia. But she would be so mad at me if I was working on everyone else's but hers. But anyways, that is what I am thinking for all of that. And so tonight and tomorrow I will put more thought into it and write it all out, fill out my little my things, and yeah, come with a video for you guys. So yeah, just wanted to give that update. Okay, this is gonna be over an hour. I already know it. So I'll talk to you guys again later. Bye.